Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Here comes Mr. Twisty.
Hi there, my friends. I'm Mr. Twisty, coming your way with stories and laughter for you every day. From my treehouse on the ground, where the fun never ends, with magic, balloons, and stories, let's be best friends. With jokes that'll delight, sometimes, and magic tricks too. Each day brings new wonders and joy just for you. Adventures await with each turn of the page. Come join the excitement no matter your age. We'll twist up some fun with balloons of all shapes and dive into stories through forests and lakes. Creativity's key in all that we do, so let's get started. There's so much to do. Hi, friends. Welcome back to another Mr. Twisty Storytime adventure. I love hanging out with you every week, and I am so happy to see you again. Thank you for being here. Are you ready for another fun adventure? You are? Great! I certainly am. Oh no, here it comes. I can feel some seriously cheesy jokes brewing. What did the sock get for Christmas? A stocking stuffer! What's the difference between a sock and a camera? One is for 5 toes, the other's for photos. Why should a sock be at least 12 inches long so they can fit a whole foot? Why did the lion tamer wear socks with his sandals? He wanted the lions to notice his bad taste. I have to stop. I have a show to do. I know that not everyone celebrates Christmas, but I do, and I absolutely love Christmas, so I would like to share my love of Christmas with you. I'd love to learn about your celebrations and love sharing my celebrations with you. Christmas is my favorite celebration of the year. What's your favorite celebration of the year? So in the spirit of inclusion and sharing love and joy, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I've decorated my living room for Christmas. Let's check it out. Abracadabra, want to see? Abracadabra, come with me. I just love Christmas because it fills my heart with love, encourages me to share hope and joy, demonstrate compassion, and practice random acts of kindness. Santa always reminds me that we can practice these things every day. What? Are you seeing Santa? Wait, he said he had fun joining us the past couple of weeks. Is Santa back? No, I don't see him. Do you? You do? I don't see Santa. Wait, I hear jingle bells. Is Santa being silly with me? Let's try this. Abracadabra, a round of applause! Won't you join us, Santa Claus?
Well, hello, Mr. Twisty. It's great to see you again. I had so much fun last week, joking with you and our friends. What? You saw something fly by? I didn't see anything. Mr. Twisty, are you being silly with me?
No, Santa. I didn't see anything either. It will have to wait, Santa. I feel some serious funny coming on. How do elves clean Santa's sleigh after Christmas?
With Santitizer.
Why is it so easy to track you on Christmas Eve?
Because Santa always accepts cookies. My turn. What do you get when you cross a pig and a Christmas tree?
A porcupine! Oh, Santa, you are good at this.
Well, I am Father Christmas after all. Christmas dad jokes are sort of my jam. What? You saw something again? I don't see anything.
Me either. Hey, Santa, what do you get when you cross a bunch of itchy elves and Griselda the enchantress?
Why, this week's story, of course. Snockets, The Christmas Case of the Missing Socks by Mr. Twisty.
The Wizard of the North is one of the busiest wizards in the whole world. As Santa's very own magician, he is especially busy as Christmas draws near. In the years since the wizard arrived at the North Pole from the Academy of Magic, he has grown to love the job even more than he dreamed. But one year, things were really tough. Magic rainbows that now provide renewable energy to the North Pole and power all the Christmas magic had been scarce. One day, late in the fall, the wizard opened the doors to the warehouse where the Christmas magic was stored. The faint fall sunlight streamed in through the open door, revealing the storage cauldrons. The wizard pulled one of the lids off and gasped. "I've never seen the supply of magic so low this close to Christmas," the wizard worried out loud. "Where are we going to find enough rainbows as the days get shorter and shorter? Without rainbows to provide clean, powerful magic, Christmas is doomed!" As the wizard returned to the workshop, he noticed the elves were not working as they usually did. They kept stopping and rubbing their feet and wiggling their toes. It almost looked as though they were dancing in their seats. "Our socks keep disappearing," the elves complained. "No matter how much we search, we cannot find them anywhere. Now our feet are cold and icy." "Look," said another elf, "my toes are like tiny popsicles." This was indeed a very serious problem. The wizard knew how much the elves hated cold feet and loved their special red, white, and green socks. "I promise I'll find out what's happening to your socks," the wizard said. "I can see we won't get any work done unless we solve this mystery of the vanishing socks first." And so, for the next couple of days, the wizard snooped around looking for clues, all while trying to figure out how to replenish the supply of magic and save Christmas. Then one night, while gazing up at the stars, he saw out of the corner of his eye something really weird fly by. It looked like a colorful bird. Then he saw it again. Then again. "It's a flying sock!" the wizard exclaimed. "I've never heard of flying socks, and I have certainly never seen such a thing." The wizard grabbed his magical butterfly net and waved it around frantically until he trapped the mysterious flying sock creature. Imagine his surprise when a tiny creature poked its head out of the sock to meet its captor. Its big eyes bulged and small black nose twitched as shimmering shards of magic danced around the creature like the rarest of diamonds. "What are you?" the wizard asked. "Why are you flying in this sock?" "I am a Snocket," the tiny creature replied in a voice that seemed too big and bold for its tiny size. "Snockets are born by the light of a full moon. At first, we are tiny, like dust particles. When we are big enough, our parents give us our first sock. But as we grow, we need larger and larger socks. What I don't understand is how you can see us." "I am not most people," the wizard replied. "I am the Wizard of the North, Santa's very own magician. So how do you get your socks?" "We steal one sock from people while they're sleeping," the Snocket declared quite boldly. "Most people figure they just lost them. People can't see us, so we can move about easily." "So that's what's happening," the wizard realized. "I've lost so many socks in my day, I always thought the washer or dryer ate them. You're not just Snockets, you're sock snatchers." The Snocket laughed and admitted that was all true. "But," the little creature added, "we don't have any choice. We must steal to survive. It's just the way it is." "Can I go now?" the Snocket demanded as he tried to break free from the wizard. Suddenly, a brilliant idea occurred to the wizard. He could ask the Snockets to work for him at the North Pole. "I can provide you with food and shelter so you don't have to steal," the wizard said. "I'll talk to the others about it," the Snockets said. "But what would we do all day?" "You gather up the Snockets and I'll tell you what I have in mind," declared the wizard. Lifting the net, the wizard allowed the little creature to quickly soar away. As he flew off, the Snocket left behind a small pile of glistening sprinkles of magic. The next morning, Snockets arrived from all over the world. Within a few days, thousands of Snockets had assembled at the North Pole. They came in socks of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Some were solids, while others were striped. A few were elegantly designed. Most had special decorations, making them as unique as the Snocket inside. "I am very happy to welcome you," the wizard began. "I am the Wizard of the North. I make sure that there's always enough magic for Christmas." "Why did you ask us here?" asked the Grand Snock, leader of the Snockets. "Santa, the elves, and I would like to invite you all to live here at the North Pole," declared the wizard. "What do you get out of it?" the Grand Snock inquired. "There is so much to do to get ready to Christmas, I am sure we can find jobs for you," replied the wizard. The Snockets had always flown around stealing socks, but they thought this deal was appealing. They had survived on food scraps and they slept inside cold tree hollows. But now they would have tasty food and nice warm houses to live in. "Why are you being so kind to us?" the Grand Snock asked. "It is the spirit of Christmas to share what we have with those in need," the wizard said. "Here at the North Pole, we practice random acts of kindness and love as though it were Christmas every day." Before they could begin work, all the Snockets needed to attend a Santa Zoom training seminar and visit with the North Pole life coach to see what their skills were. At first, most Snockets' jobs were simple. They were cleaners, trash collectors, and helpers in the kitchen. For a few weeks, everything went perfectly. Everyone was happy. However, before long, many Snockets became bored. Some even started to steal socks again for a little excitement. One night, a young and growing Snocket stole a sock right off the foot of a sleeping Griselda, the enchantress, who lives in the woods nearby. When Griselda woke up in the morning, she was furious. Her bare foot was ice cold. And if there is one thing Griselda hated more than anything, it was cold feet. To make matters worse, one of her favorite socks was missing. So she cast a spell on whoever stole her sock, and instantly all the Snockets started scratching themselves like crazy. The following day, the wizard was startled to see all the Snockets wiggling and squirming. "It looks like someone put a curse on you," the wizard said. After some thought, he added, "Did someone start stealing socks again?" "Last night," said one of the Snockets, "I stole an amazing sock from a lady in the woods. I've outgrown my baby sock and I really needed a larger one. Plus, I'm kinda bored just cleaning all day." The wizard took out his crystal ball and cast a spell to see which lady the Snocket was talking about. Within seconds, Griselda's face appeared. "Ah!" the wizard exclaimed, jumping back in surprise. "It's Griselda the enchantress. She is one of the most unforgiving magicians out there." "What are we going to do now?" the Grand Snock asked as he scratched his back on the wall. "This itching won't stop." The wizard tried many things to break the curse, but he could not do anything because Griselda was also very powerful and she had made sure the curse was unbreakable. "It looks like we will have to go and talk to her," the wizard said. The Snocket really didn't like that idea, but the wizard explained that it's important to talk through your problems and not hide from them. And so, he traveled to Griselda's house with the Snocket who had stolen her sock. "I knew the spell would force you to come back," Griselda sneered as she snatched the sock from the thieving Snocket. She immediately hung it by the fireplace to warm before putting it back on her cold foot. "You have your sock back. We are sorry. Can you please lift the itchy, scratchy curse?" the wizard asked her. "I need the Snockets to help me get ready for Christmas. It's already looking as though Christmas may be doomed this year." "I don't care," Griselda snapped. "I don't like Christmas. Never in my life has anyone ever given me a gift, so why should I care?" "Maybe that's because you were unkind," said the wizard. "Only people who are kind and believe in Christmas magic get gifts on Christmas." "I didn't know that," Griselda cried. "No one told me about that." "Well, it's true," the wizard said. "How many people have you put curses on in the last year?" Griselda thought for a moment. "Counting the Snockets as one, I have cast 437 curses. No, wait. Probably closer to 1,000 if I'm being completely honest. Everyone is mean to me, so I am mean back," she said. The wizard was horrified to hear that. "How about this?" he asked. You can start doing good things and being kind from now on. Then, people will be kind back to you. If you are kind and believe in Christmas magic, then you'll get gifts for Christmas. So as your first good deed and act of kindness, you can lift the curse on the Snockets. Griselda thought for a minute and then nodded. She wanted gifts and friends more than anything else in the world. She snapped her fingers and the Snocket stopped itching and scratching. "Oh, thank you," he exclaimed in relief. "That was very kind of you, Griselda. I am sorry I stole your sock. I am glad we came to talk to you." Suddenly, the sock hanging by the fireplace wiggled on its own and started to glow. "This could be your first present," the wizard said. Griselda looked inside the sock to find a small gift. It was a lovely pair of homemade socks. "They are amazing," she cried. "Now I have a gift for you. I have some old socks you can have so you don't have to steal." Having solved the Snockets' problem, the wizard went back to the North Pole. They had lots of work to do with Christmas approaching fast. When they arrived home, all the Snockets were celebrating the lifting of the curse. Meanwhile, the Grand Snock pulled the wizard aside to consult with him. "While we Snockets are grateful for all you have done for us, I have to be honest with you," the Grand Snock continued. "Most of the younger Snockets are dreadfully bored with their jobs. I'm afraid they will always be tempted to steal socks just for the excitement. I think I have a solution to both your problems," the wizard began. "I notice that as you fly around unseen by most people, your socks attract stray magic sparkles in the sky. What if all able-bodied Snockets went about the world at night gathering sparkles and brought them back to the North Pole? That would replenish our much-needed supply of magic. The Snockets would save Christmas." "That's a great idea," exclaimed the Grand Snock. "We would love that job." Finally, the Snockets had everything they needed at the North Pole, and they really enjoyed their jobs. The young Snockets traveled the world collecting magic sparkles, ensuring there was plenty of magic to make Christmas special even when rainbows are hard to find. Some of the elders no longer wanted to fly around collecting magic. Instead, they learned to knit socks for their young. The Snockets and the Wizard of the North worked together to make sure there was enough magic to save Christmas that year. Griselda was a whole new enchantress now, using her magic for good, being kind, and making friends instead of enemies. Every Christmas since, Griselda has stopped by the North Pole. She even started a new Christmas tradition. When the young Snockets and elves would hang up an old Snocket sock in their homes at night, Griselda would put small treats and little gifts in them for a magical surprise when they woke up. To this day, as Christmas approaches, many kids hang socks somewhere in their house, often by the warm fire, hoping to awake to find a small gift. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventure is brought to you by Birthday Buddy, the magical birthday countdown companion, like Elf on a Shelf, but making birthdays magical. For more information, visit MrTwisty.com.
I love that story, and I love the Snockets. Oh, they came to the North Pole to find security and prosperity, and quickly became a big part of the North Pole community. We all love the Snockets. If you want to get the book, Snockets, The Christmas Case of the Missing Socks, you can ask Santa, well, me of course, or you can get permission from your parents and click on the links below to find the book online. You know what? I think I know what everyone was seeing earlier. I think a Snocket or two may have joined me on my journey here.
Wow, that's cool. I would love to meet a Snocket. Have you ever heard of Snockets before? They're sneaky, it's true. This year they hitched a ride with Santa's crew. It's their very first time on a magical spree, and now they've popped up on YouTube with me. Their pockets are bursting with tricks they've prepared, like swapping your socks when you're totally unaware. They sprinkle their magic with laughter and cheer, bringing fun and surprise as Christmas draws near. So stay on your toes when you watch me today. The Snockets are here, and they're ready to play.
Oh, you have to be magic to see them. Wait, you can see them? You must be magic. They know you are true and kind and honest and caring.
Wait, I think I see one. Can I catch it?
Only if it allows you. Go ahead and try.
I got one. Hello, my little friend. I appreciate you. We just read about how cool you are. This is the coolest thing ever.
If you ever hung a stocking by the fire and received gifts, it is because of the Snockets.
Wow, that's heartwarming.
It certainly lit a flame in my heart.
Or should I say, ho, ho, ho. I've had so much fun with you, hanging out in the treehouse, bringing cheer and love and joy to all of our friends. In parts of the world, you are called Father Christmas. So before you have to go, can you share one more Father Christmas dad joke with us, please?
Well, I'll certainly try to rack us up some points with reindeer jokes.
Oh, Santa, that was fun. Let me be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas. And to each of you, thank you for letting me share my Christmas joy with you. Thank you so much, Santa, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for today's adventure.
I have to go. Merry Christmas to everyone.
In today's story, Snockets, the Christmas case of the missing socks, Snockets were the star of the show. So today, I thought I'd share with you a little more Snocket magic. All right, friends, I have to go now. I am really glad you joined me today. Let's meet up again next week right here in my treehouse. You want me to go on? Okay, next week I promise a whole lot more of everything that made today's show special. I hope you'll join us next week for another Mr. Twisty Storytime adventure. See you next week.
Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventure. Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventure. Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventure. So much fun with Mr. Twisty.